an improvised explosive device blew up a big chunk of MSR Mobile. Now, what MSR Mobile is, it's a main supply route. It's comparable to basically I-95, I-75, 40, 10, whatever, but it's pretty much comparable to one of those kind of roads. 6 lanes, 3 of the 6 lanes got blown up. And when one of our guys goes out there, they go to survey it. Now, when they went to go survey, one of the vehicles hits a secondary IED. Unfortunately, 2 people were injured pretty badly. The shittiest day of my entire life right here. Because one of the 2 people wasn't just somebody I knew. One of the 2 people was somebody that I put in the Navy when I was a Navy recruiter. So I know this dude's parents, I know his family, I'm feeling super responsible, and I'm feeling super shitty. And I'll tell you why I love this dude. Because the guy had his fucking toes blown off, his calves blown off, all this other shit. He's passed the fuck out. Doc and a couple other people were standing and looking at him and asking, are you alright, are you alright? Obviously he's not, but he opens his eyes up and he asks, how's my face? Friends, fans, followers, leaders, and true believers. Hope life's treating you well, man. It's kind of a heavy podcast I did last week, so I didn't even submit it. But I was kind of recreating it. Lost a friend of mine, took his own life. Person I knew, I served with in Iraq. What happened was, we were in charge of fixing, we fixed some roads here and there, but our main job was anything metal we fixed. And then I had a steel shop in Fallujah. Steel shop being at like anything metal. We'd put something together, we'd fix it. A couple of Marines found out about my little shop. And if there was something damaged on their Humvee or their vehicles, patch it up real quick and then turn them around, you know, with some fresh metal, stuff like that, do some welding and shit. And it was kind of cool because you'd meet a lot of interesting people. There's like one Marine Corps convoy team that always had a lot of issues. I love helping the Marines out. They seem like some of the most grateful people out there. They might be some of the most hardcore, but they're some of the most grateful people. Sad thing was, they got hit really bad, fucked up one of their Humvees, metal all over it, you know, shrapnel and shit. And they come in the shop, we'd hang out, we'd shoot the shit. One of them's a big fan of one of my favorite bands, is Clutch. He sat there and just talked about different albums and how cool fucking Neil Fallon is. That's the lead singer, and just how badass JP, their drummer, is, and just we'd have the same conversation over and over again. It's kind of sad because like they had such bad luck. But their bad luck was kind of cool because it led to good conversations, you know. So fixed up their Humvees every time they came in and out. And this was circa 2006. I've redeployed since then. He's redeployed since then as well. Thank goodness that not too long after that they stopped using Humvees and they went to other vehicles that I'm sure you could Google and figure that shit out. I'm not putting it out there. So we fixed it. We did all we could. Watch Generation Kill. That gives you a good idea of what kind of shit people went through. Go pick that shit up. So anyways, he gets home. Him and his girl getting along. Comes to find out, you know, she's fucking around on him while he was gone. He moves on. Can't get over the war. Can't get over a girlfriend. Has a lot of issues. Kid might not have been him. Some really fucking Springer shit. Maury shit. Whatever you want to call it. Steve Wilkos stuff. He just couldn't take it anymore. And, you know, who knows really what the trigger was. The thing is I'm sure there's probably warning signs. There's some people you'd never know. There's some people out there that have no warning signs at all. They plan it out methodically. And I've had a dude I was stationed with. Good guy, man. I fucking really like this dude. Matter of fact, I'm a stand-up comedian, and I would have a show maybe at Kazi's or something like that. Actually, at the time, I was working on Geeks Night of Comedy. And it's a show we did at the Funny Bone here in Virginia Beach. I was running some jokes I had about how about Marvel Comics always has man-ass. Marvel Comics makes some of the best movies, but I'm just getting sick of the man-ass. I always bounce some of my material off him. We had a training, it was on a Friday. Well, during this training, At the end of it, he says, hey, something about nothing was your fault. You're a good guy. And I was like, whatever, dude. I thought it was strange, but it didn't seem like this is a finite thing. This is the last time we're going to have a conversation. It was really strange. Sure as shit, man. I guess the dude had like all kinds of chemicals and stuff like that in his house. Takes his own life, man, and it's too bad. It's just too bad. I mean, come to find out, the guy had a lot of thought into it. He ordered all this stuff, and he was just comfortable with letting himself go, which, that's pretty sad. I mean, it's really easy to take the way out of saying, well, he's a fucking pussy, he can't cope. And I'm not just saying this person in particular, I'm saying anybody that takes their life. It's really easy to call them a pussy, so on and so forth, because they couldn't fucking hang. They can't run with the big dogs, so get the fuck off the porch or whatever the fuck. Can't handle the heat, get the fuck out of, the wiener stand. Whatever the case might be, it's easy to say that, but who knows what's going on in some people's heads, you know what I'm saying? Some of the best musicians ever, like Jimi Hendrix, hated the sound of his own voice. I fucking love it, man. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's awesome. That was in Jimmy's head. Who knows? Who knows what anybody's thinking at any given time? Yeah, and the thing is let people know you care. I mean, make sure people know that you're there for them. If people are pieces of shit, well, yeah, obviously inform them that they're a piece of shit in a direct manner. At the same time, make sure you back it up with how they could be better. There's a lot of people that will suffer from you taking your life, or anybody for that matter. Even your worst enemy. They got a mommy, most likely, or a brother or a sister, or a favorite transvestite or something, I don't know. But somebody's going to get hurt, butt hurt, whatever. Butt hurt, I guess, would be the favorite transvestite. But either way, let people know you fucking care, man. And at the end of the day, just kind of think about everything's going to be alright. There's a lot of shitty fucking things, man, that we live through, and a lot of things that we go through. I give a fuck about you. I'm sitting here talking, right? You're listening, and thank you for being there. I appreciate you for fucking taking the time out to actually listen to my stupid ass about a good buddy of mine that I lost. Actually, a few good buddies of mine that I lost. Another time in my military career, we had a good dude, and I'll just say I was stationed in California, and he was a great guy, and you had never seen it coming with this guy either. I was his training petty officer. He transferred to another company. After that, I didn't really talk to the guy much, and then next thing you know, I hear so-and-so hung himself in a parking garage. And I was like, what? No way. This guy is an awesome person. He was full of life. He was a confident person. He was a really good guy. He was well-liked, well-versed, still to this day. A lot of people, I'll see Facebook posts on the anniversary of this dude's passing, and it's really fucking sad, man. And it's a kick in the nuts every time you see it, but at the same time, that kick in the nuts is a good wake-up call to think about things like that. That posting and not forgetting people doesn't really just make you not forget. It's to help the people that are still here. If you lost somebody, I mean, don't forget about that painful void. I mean, I'm not saying to keep scratching at it like it's a fucking scab that cannot heal, but it's going to be there forever, and you don't want a bigger one. So keep reminding people, stay out there, keep doing the training that needs to be done. I'm a comic. I'll say jokes about shit all the time. I think that for a comic, there is no such thing as a too soon phase. You know what I mean? There's no such thing. If you don't like what a comic is saying, then don't fucking go listen to him. Don't click off the fucking YouTube page. Do not read unfriend them on Facebook. Don't follow them on Twitter. Whatever. There is no such thing as fucking too soon. Okay? Some people deal with shit through the most fucked up things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You might be one of the people that deals with your girlfriend cheating by turning to cuckold porn. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, for me, some of the shittiest things that could happen, I could watch, like, some of the funniest comedians talk about something similar to it. My favorite too soon joke is by Earl Skakel. It has to do with something tragic that happened to the United States of America. And you know damn well, I know the guy. He's an awesome person. Matter of fact, I want to always say thanks to this guy, because who knows, maybe I might not be here if it wasn't for this guy. Long story for another time about the Comedy Store. You're not going to sit here and say, okay, at a mother's funeral, your mama's so fat she leaves stretch marks in the casket. You're not going to go to a suicide wake and Be like, man, if I have to go to another one of these things, I'm killing myself. If you gotta get fucking hammered and all that other shit, just do it responsibly. A lot of people cope with different things in different ways. For me, it's comedy. My biggest problem is that out there in this world, there are a lot of great people. And said great people have a lot of self-doubt, and they have a lot of things going on in their head, you know. I'm not trying to say everybody that's been overseas or deployed or whatever that is like on the verge of killing themselves or anything like that, but a lot of times what happens to service members, especially while you're still wearing the uniform, is you're afraid to say that you are feeling suicidal, and you're afraid to seek out the help. I was talking to a friend of mine, more than a friend, he's a Master Chief that I had to follow anywhere. I was trying to find out what the ratio is, how many people are KIAs, which killed in action, versus how many people have taken their life. And it was alarming to find out that out of over 700 people, 300 out of over 700 were suicides. We're all family in a way. Know your people, man. I don't care if you're a military person or if you're working at Taco Bell. Every job is, for you, it's significant. A job's significant no matter what it is. Know your fucking people. I mean, what's going on with them? You don't have to be like their best friend. You don't even have to be fucking following them on Twitter. But at least what's going on, what makes them tick, man. You know, and like I said before, I gave you good examples of great people that had no signs to me, but they had a plan and they executed it. You know, unfortunately, it's a bummer, man. Know your people, know yourself. And when you start getting that down and out, and you're afraid to fucking say something to where, like for us, if you're afraid to go to somebody in the military, whatever, talk to somebody, man. Get that shit out there. It's a lot better to have somebody chew your ass and say, dude, you're fucking serious? And then 6 months later say, oh shit, I'm glad I ran into that person at the right time. And I can't believe I was in that dark place. You know, for me, it was comedy, man. If I didn't run into comedy when I did, if it wasn't for a few people that I just ran into at the right time, I wouldn't be here. Barrel of a gun tastes like cold metal and loneliness. Nobody wants that. So, I don't know. But hey, man, I love you. Take good care of yourselves, everybody out there, and all that other bullshit. I don't know how the fuck to end these things.
Liquor.